Hey guys, alrighty, so I am in modules, scroll down to Unit 8, that's where everything is going to be, and I'm going to go over this very bottom one, FRQ. Please read before doing your first FRQ. Okay, so these are my suggestions before you begin your FRQs. I would like you guys to go through this, please. Your workstation. Make sure that you have a workstation that you can kind of be consistent with. I think having a sense of normalcy will be really beneficial, so try to do them in the same place each day, maybe even choose a specific time and do them. Our test time is going to be at 2 p.m., so maybe trying to do these FRQs at about 2 p.m. each day might be beneficial. It also might tell you whether or not there's something that goes on in your household around 2 p.m. that you didn't realize is consistent. Like, for example, the jets are flying by, maybe it's a really late lunchtime, maybe it's the time your brother or sister has a Teams or Zoom meeting with somebody, maybe there's your garbage truck always rolls around that time, construction, neighbors are playing outside, maybe there's something that's going on around 2 p.m. that will encourage you to maybe move your desk somewhere else during the time that you're doing the FRQs. So consider doing that. Just be consistent with whatever it is you choose to do. Use the laptop or the computer that you're going to be using during the exam. I think it'd be a great idea to make sure that you guys have eaten before or have a snack ready that would be helpful to you. Chewing gum or sucking on a mint is actually shown to be effective for test taking and study skills. So if you want to do that, that might be helpful. Another thing, your AP binder. Some of you might have that at home. Get it organized. Get out some of those assignments that you've kept. You could even insert them into your review packet. I usually have noted on every assignment that I ever printed and gave to you guys where you wrote something down on it and turned it in and I returned it back to you. I normally would put what unit those were for. So if you want to use those to get organized, that would be how you guys could organize them easily. Have out a map. There is a map on the first couple of pages in our textbook that I would use. I think a printed map would be best. I also thought, hey, if you're at home and you have a globe, grab it, use it. Or you can use this picture that I have inserted right here, and you could even set this as your desktop computer. It's really easy to do. I'm sure you guys probably know how to do that feature. Ask somebody if you don't, or you can text me and I'm sure I can find a video and I can show you how to do that. But this is a current political map that you could use. Set a timer. Here is a link to Google Timer. It's really easy to use. Mine always automatically shows 5 minutes when I select the link. All you have to do is just type in 2500 for 25 minutes or 1500 for 15 minutes. And then I would open it in a separate browser. You can minimize it so you can always see it on your screen. The College Board website will have a timer for us to use, but obviously we're not doing these FRQs on the College Board's website. We're doing them right now on our screen. So you'll need to use something else to get ready for all of these FRQs that you're going to be doing. It wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe give yourself some cushion time. So if you're doing a 25-minute FRQ, maybe set your timer for 20 minutes so that when it goes off, that's your 5-minute warning that normally I would give you as a 10-minute warning in class. Or if you're doing a 15-minute FRQ, set your timer for 10 minutes so when it goes off, you've got a 5-minute warning. Just make sure your speakers are plugged in or that they're turned on. Flashcards, organizing them. I loved a suggestion, I think it was Bennett, that said, hey, alphabetize those flashcards and put them all together. Love that idea. I think that's great. And I think for this exam situation, it's going to work. I would probably mark them somehow, like for example, all of the unit ones, maybe put a 1 on a specific corner on every single one of those. So if you needed to only find unit ones, you could that way, or if you wanted to reorganize them back to how you had them, you could do that as well. You could also highlight a certain color on all of the edges of one of them. There's a lot of ways that you could do it. It's just that might be something you guys want to do before you alphabetize all of them and then have them out and ready to go. I think that that could be really helpful. So you're not thumbing through all of the different units and then trying to find them, but alphabetizing them all together is a great idea. Your review packet. Have it out. Tab each of the unit sections so you're not trying to find them. You can dog ear them, or you just basically fold over one of the corners, or you can make tabs. If you guys are out of tabs, you can make tabs out of tape. Any tape will work. Duct tape, scotch tape, just the clear tape. You could use painter's tape. Anything like that will work. You basically just fold it over the page and extend it past, and then fold it past it, so it's going to go onto the back side as well, and just leave a little bit of, maybe like a 1/2 inch, something like that, sticking off the page. You could also cut post-it down to smaller sizes. Just make sure you cut them on the correct side so that you leave sticky on each of them. ESPN, remember this, it could end up being essential for us. You could print the page that I gave you earlier this week. I cannot remember because it's been too long ago, but I think I printed this already and gave each of you a copy of this with your packet. But if you need it again for reference or want the color version, here is the link for that. Annotating your responses. This may be difficult to do since you're not going to have a printed copy of the FRQ. So for this, just have a regular pen and paper near you, or pencil, and see how long it actually takes you to maybe rewrite the question on a paper. I'm thinking probably on average 30 seconds. Maybe you don't write all of it, but certain parts, so you know what it is you need to do. I worry that annotating is going to be a struggle for some of us, because some of us are missing points simply because we don't know what the question is. So I would really like you guys to make sure that you are doing this, annotating your responses and making sure you're actually answering the question asked in the format that's being asked. Let's see. We've been trying to spend 5 minutes doing this before we write our responses. Be consistent. So if you want to continue with the 5 minutes, do it. I think that you just want to be consistent with whatever it is you do. You need to follow the formats of the FRQ. So for example, if it's numbered in a 1 through 5 format, you'll follow that. They told us this year that it should be a letter format, so this is probably what I would follow, is a format. It will not matter if you use a period or if you guys use the half parentheses. Just make sure that you're labeling it correctly. Restate the question. So I just threw one out there. Popular culture usually spreads through hierarchical diffusion because, and I'm restating probably the question being, how does hierarchical diffusion impact pop culture? Okay, or how is it spread? Always include an example. So remember, because, for example, such as, those phrases that you were using, use them. Write and complete sentences. Don't use bullet points. Do what you know first and skip the sections that you don't know. So if you're doing this, make sure that you are formatting correctly. So if you're going to skip letter A because you're like, oh no, don't know that, but I do know letter B, then start with B. And then C, D, F, G, and then go put A at the very bottom. If you have time to fix it, fix it. But if it ends up A, C, D, E, F, G, B, that's totally fine. We were also told that you guys can get 5s without answering the question completely. So don't stress. If there's a section in part of the question that you have no idea, it would be better to do the sections that you know than to answer it wrong. So again, follow the formatting, make sure you're rephrasing the question, always include an example, and answer the questions that you know first, and then go back to the rest if time permits. We will be able to practice the submission process in the AP Classroom next week, and I'll give you guys more details as soon as they release it to us. I'll probably practice it a couple of times first before I go live with you. I believe they're telling us that the date on that could be as early as Monday. So I will let you know as soon as that's available and I've had a chance to experiment with it before I set you guys free and we try it again with a new system. You guys are just so resilient with all of this stuff that has just been thrown on your plates. I'm really proud of you guys for sticking through this and really trying hard to do your best. Remember, most importantly, you have already learned all of this content. None of this should be new. We should have covered everything already in class. We've done projects, we've done reviews, we've already done at least 2 FRQs per unit already. You guys have done multiple choice tests. You guys have done the packet. You guys are working on redoing the Kahoots. We have got this. Trust yourselves. Ask me, ask each other for help. Now is definitely not the time to be bashful. You know, even if it's a silly question, just go ahead and get it off your chest and let me know what I can do to help you guys. I really think that you guys are going to be rock stars on this test because we have done hard things all year and this is not an exception. I hope you guys are feeling okay and that you know I'm here for you and I know you guys are here for each other. So if you feel like you would like some additional help, whether it's from me or some of your peers and you just don't even know where to start yet, don't feel like you are so far behind that you don't know where to go, because you are not. We still have 10 days. Let's see, today's February, I wish, May 1st. So we still have almost 2 weeks. So we can do this. We can do hard things. I believe in you guys. I will talk to you again soon.